Hi everybody, my name is Shoey and I am an Operation Christmas Child shoebox. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about Operation Christmas Child. So Operation Christmas Child was founded by Franklin Graham in 1993. Its purpose is to demonstrate God's love in a tangible way to children in need all over the world. Now the first year, they packed 28,000 gift-filled shoeboxes for children in war-torn Bosnia. Since then, through your generosity and the generosity of millions of other people just like you, over 188 million shoeboxes have been sent to needy children in 170 countries. Let me tell you a little bit about what to pack in a shoebox. Here's a shoebox that Mrs. Shoey packed for a little girl. Now the first thing that's important is when you get your shoeboxes, make sure that you get one of these brochures for each shoebox because it has a label on the back. And this is very important because it tells whether it's going to be packed for a boy or a girl and what the age group is. Now, there's a few nice things in here. Here's a little wow gift, a nice stuffed bunny, hairband, and some barrettes. A sewing kit for a young girl so she could practice her sewing. Hygiene items. You always want to pack some hygiene items. You can pack a toothbrush, you can pack soap, washcloth, maybe a small towel. Play-Doh. Everybody likes Play-Doh. And flip-flops. Who doesn't want flip-flops? I see crayons, a coloring book. So there's a lot of other things in here, a lot of things you can pack in a shoebox. But if you want some other ideas, you can go online to Samaritan's Purse / Operation Christmas Child, and you can learn what to pack and, more importantly, what not to pack. So let's see, a couple other options. A doll is always good, a nice doll, something personal, a letter from you to a child. A photo of your family. That's always a nice thing to put in there. Here's a soccer ball ready to go. Now, if you do pack a soccer ball, take all the air out of it and pack a pump in it so that they can fill it back up when they receive it. We talked about school supplies. Clothing. We have socks. Here's a t-shirt. You can pack pretty much anything that will fit in a shoebox. Gifts for the older kids, which are nice, are solar flashlights, solar calculators. Now, I say solar because it's important. If you pack something that only works on batteries, make sure you pack some extra batteries so it doesn't die and be useless the first time that they use it. The most important thing that goes in a shoebox, and you don't actually see it, but that shoebox is filled with love. It's filled with your love. It's filled with God's love. Many children in the world have never received a gift. And the fact that someone cares enough to pack a shoebox and send it to them is, well, that's almost more important than the things that are in the shoebox. When they receive a shoebox at a distribution, they hear about the truth of the gospel. They're told by their church leaders about the love of Jesus Christ and how they too can receive the greatest gift of all, eternity with the Father. They can also take part in a follow-up discipleship program called The Greatest Journey. I have another box to show you, and this is an empty box. This box represents a child who will not be receiving a gift from Operation Christmas Child this year because no one packed it. So if you can find it in your heart to pack just one more shoebox, wouldn't that be wonderful that a child will receive your gift-filled shoebox? Lastly, I want to close with a story. This is a very special story because it's about a child in a country on the equator, and it's very hot there all year round. Now, this child was at a distribution, and one of our volunteers from the United States was there to help out. And when she saw the child open his box, and he pulled out winter gloves. Now remember, this is on the equator. It's hot all the time. And she was very upset. She saw him pull out these winter gloves. And he put them on his hands. But she, meanwhile, went to one of the interpreters and said, I'd like to talk to that child because I feel sorry for him that he received these winter gloves. And as he was putting them on, she went over with the interpreter and she said, aren't you upset that all you received in your box, that the main thing you received was a pair of winter gloves, heavy gloves? And he said, oh no, he says, you don't understand. You see, I'm the goalie on my soccer team. And now I have goalie gloves. So you see, God knew that that child needed goalie gloves. So that's pretty much it for me. Say, Angelo,
Hey.
how do you think we did?
Shoey, I think you did great.
Oh, good.
You know, one thing that I think everybody needs to know
Oh, what's that?
is the $9 included for every box.
$9. Yeah, I should have told them about that. So the $9 is used for shipping. It's used for training pastors in other countries to teach the children about the gospel. It's used for the processing center. It's used for a lot of different things. So it's not just $9 to ship a shoebox, which seems like a lot, but it's used for a lot of things. There's actually a display out in the lobby which tells you about the journey of a shoebox from the time you pack it until the child receives it. You ought to look at it. What else? Is that it?
Oh, there's one more thing.
Oh.
November 14th.
Oh, that's very important. Yeah, November 14th. Tell them about it.
Yeah, so November 14th is our drop-off date. So we would like to collect all the boxes by then, so that week, as distribution gets ready, we can drop it off to the drop site.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, I think we've pretty well covered it all, don't you?
I think so.
Okay, well, this is Shoey signing off and saying have a blessed week, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.